Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Aset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to someone else who will like it as well. Okay? So today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I've been seeing a lot, and it really disturbs me. And I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I know some of you may have been in this situation or have somebody else that's doing this to you. And I've talked a little bit about this before, but I keep seeing it and I'm like, what is going on? So I want to talk about it. This woman I met in a chat room about a year ago, okay? So when I met her in the chat room, she hit me up in inbox and I responded to her. We proceeded to have the most boring conversation known to man, okay? Hi, how are you? I'm good. What you doing? I'm chilling. Where you from? You know, it was just the most boring conversation. And I know in the very beginning, you do have a lot of this kind of preliminary kind of conversation, like getting to know you, getting to know who you are. And then I, as an Aquarius, expect to move into more compelling conversation. It didn't do that. It stayed in that her conversation is very basic, and when I do bring up something more compelling, she gives me 1 or 2 word answers. She's just not a deep person, and that's just not how she is. So I stopped responding to her because I got bored with what you doing, what you wearing, where you going, how was work. I was just like, for real, again, the same question you asked me yesterday. So I just got bored, so I stopped responding. That was a year ago. So over the weekend, I think it was Thursday, she hit me up and she said hi. So I said hi. And then she says, how are you? I'm like, okay, how are you? And it started the same boring conversation. So by the time she said the last part, the last thing she said, I was just like, I don't want to talk to her no more. And I don't know how to say to her, hey, you know, you're really nice. I don't want to talk to you though, you know? I'm hoping she'll just get the hint, which is one of the problems I have. I have a problem with hoping people will get hints when I don't want to tell them bad news. So it's not working. So she didn't catch the hint. So from the course of Thursday till this morning, she just keeps hitting me up and I'm not responding. I haven't responded since Thursday. It is Sunday. And every time she says, hey, I don't say nothing. What you doing? I don't say nothing. You know, and she keeps doing this. And I'm sitting there staring at the phone like, fuck is wrong with you? Like, if somebody doesn't respond to you, don't keep hitting them up. And that was my purpose in this video, is if you find yourself doing that, because some of us find ourselves doing this, I'm just telling you, if somebody does not respond to you, don't keep hitting them up. Because it is 2019. And most of us have our phone in our hand the majority of the day. Most of us, especially those who grew up with technology and were tech savvy, most of us are always on our phone. I timed myself for 3 days and I realized that on average, I text people back or call them back or respond to them within an hour. The longest it takes is if I'm asleep or if I'm doing my hair. My hair takes a long time to wash and condition and oil and twist. So if I'm doing my hair, that might take an hour or 2. But I'm always going to respond to a person within 120 minutes, basically. Unless I don't want to talk to them. So if somebody doesn't respond to you, they could be taking a nap 4 hours. They could be asleep 8 hours. They could be in a car accident or something like that. It could be something serious. But the majority of the time, it's not. The majority of the time, their battery could die. Some things can happen. But if that's happening all the time, or if you see them online, she's on my Facebook page. You saw me posting online. So if I'm posting online but not responding to you, obviously I don't want to talk to you. Common sense. But she keeps on sending messages. So I'm going to have to end up 9 times out of 10 just saying, look, you're nice. I just don't think we're compatible. I'm going to have to say it. But I really shouldn't have to. Because like I said, if I hit up somebody one time and they don't respond to me, I don't hit them up again. The only time I hit them up a second time, because I can see two, is my brother. My brother swear he Hollywood. I love my little brother. That's my man's. But he swear he Hollywood. So sometimes I'll hit him up and he won't respond, and I can see that he saw the message. Facebook tells you when the person saw the message. So I know you saw the message and he don't hit me back. Then I'll hit him a second time and be like, yo, Hollywood, what's up? Like, I know you saw my message. Like, I got to get aggressive with him. And then he'd be like, yo, sis, my bad. I was moving and shaking, because he swear he Hollywood. So he'd be like, I was moving and shaking and I was doing this and doing that. And he is a businessman, and he does do a lot of video recording and stuff like that. So he probably was busy. But my point is that he just so Hollywood. He's cute. He's a Leo. So he's cute with it. And so sometimes I do have to hit him twice, but no more than twice. You see? So if you got to hit a person 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, she's hit me every 6 to 8 hours since Thursday. And I only responded 1 time on Thursday. So if you got to keep hitting the person does not want to talk to you. So that is no fault of your own. They could be bored with you. They could be damaged. They could be just rude. Who knows what the problem is? But if they're not responding to you, leave them alone. Just leave them alone. And this happens to me. I mean, this example that I'm giving you is just one example, because this happens all the time. All the time. If you have to ghost somebody, or if the relationship is just over and the two of you part ways. But my point is that it's 2019, and if a person doesn't respond to you, they pretty much just don't want to. So don't keep on hitting them up. That's just like, it's not a good look. It looks real desperate. It really does. It looks really, really desperate that you keep hitting them up. And for me, it makes me not want to respond. Now, I'm Aquarius. I'm sitting here thinking, should I block her now or should I block her later? I'm sitting there like, because I'm obviously going to have to block you. And my thing is that I really shouldn't have to, Once I didn't respond, go ahead about your business. Move on. You see that I'm online. You see I'm talking to other people. So obviously I don't want to talk to you. And this is what trips me up, because I don't want to say that to her. You see, I don't know. I got this thing about not wanting to hurt another person's feelings, especially women. I hate hurting women's feelings. That's something that has always been with me. I don't really care too much about hurting a man's feelings. I think that's because stereotypically I expect them to be so much tougher, I got to get that out of my head, because that's really not fair. But I expect them to be so much tougher, so I'm thinking I can just say anything to them and they'll roll with it. But with the woman, I'm always considering her feelings, considering how she's going to take it, considering if it's going to hurt her. I'm always considering those things with a woman. So it does trip me up, and it makes me not want to say things like, can you please stop hitting me up? I'm not interested. It makes me not want to say that. I want to just give the hint, they take the hint, and everybody move along nice, But life doesn't work like that. So I'm learning slowly but surely with communication how to be able to speak. So in this particular case, when I'm like, okay, should I block her or should I say something, And I really should just say something, really. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to work on that. That's a work in progress. So my point is don't be that person. If somebody doesn't hit you back, move on, talk to somebody else. I've always felt like if somebody doesn't appreciate the benefit of my company, that's their loss. That's on them, because my company is damn good. So if you don't want to benefit from it, then that's your loss. If somebody doesn't want to benefit from you and being around you and the great person that you are and the conversations that you have, then that person is just not right for you. That's their loss. Move on to somebody else who does. There's always somebody out there who does want to keep your company. You just got to find out who it is. So I just wanted to put that out there, because a lot of people come to me and say this to me. The other day I was counseling this guy. I was doing his cards, and he was like, yeah, she's been hitting me up talking about this woman that he doesn't want to be with. And he was saying that she's been hitting him up consistently for 6 months. And a little bit over 6 months, because he was saying it was going into the 7th month now. And he was like, she's consistently hitting me up, and I have not responded to her in all of this time. And I'm just sitting there shaking my head like, sis, he didn't respond for, I mean, come on. After he didn't respond the first 2 times, I would have been like, deuces. But he didn't respond for over 6 months, going into 7 months, and every couple of weeks or every couple of days, maybe or so. He said about every 8 days, every 9 days, she sends another message. And he, just like me, looking at the messages like, come on, like seriously. And some people take that as a challenge, but it's not a challenge. It really, like I said before, it's just making you look really bad. So if you're doing that, I just recommend that you don't. If somebody's doing that to you, I recommend that we do something. Either we speak on it or we block them or something, instead of just letting them continuously go on and on and on and on. A friend of mine said, we live in the time of the prideless. She said, people do not have pride anymore, And I feel like we need to bring it back. We need to bring pride back. Having pride in yourself is something that I think is a basic minimum. So if you are hitting up somebody who's totally ignoring you, you're not giving yourself enough love. You're not giving yourself enough pride. You're putting too much on this person responding to you and this person wanting you. You're putting too much emphasis on that, as if that's something that's going to validate you. Nobody from the outside can validate you the way you can validate yourself. So don't look for validation outside of yourself. Look for it in you. Validate yourself. Tell yourself you're good enough. Tell yourself you're smart enough. Tell yourself that you're talented. Somebody wanting you on the outside should not say that to you. And it's not true. Just because somebody desires you doesn't mean that they value you. I learned that as a young girl. Those are two different things. Somebody wanting you and somebody valuing you are two different things. Okay? So think about that. No matter what side of the spectrum you're on, think about that, okay? All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to someone else who needs to hear this as well. Because I know y'all know people that do this. Even if you don't do this, some of y'all got enough self-esteem like me that you don't do this. But I know you know people who do, So pass this on to them and let them know I said have more self-respect than that. Okay? All right. Likewise, if you want if you want a reading done, my email is going to be underneath here. Email me for an appointment. All right, guys, check out my Patreon page, check me out on social media, and come back tomorrow because I got a lot more to say. See you later.